KZ fam, I'm back with another video, and today, man, we're gonna be checking out the destruction of Jujutsu Kaisen's Zenin clan explained. Basically, Maki going in there and destroying them, because we already know that happens. I just want to know exactly how it happens, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to see Maki go crazy. Because I don't know exactly the full story, how she even gets in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So we're going to be checking this out. But thank you guys so much for all your support here on the channel, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all already know that nothing is possible without y'all. So if you're new to the channel and you're into the content, make sure to hit that sub button, hit those likes, and turn on NOTI bells so y'all can get notified whenever I drop a video. And don't forget, down in the description, we have the links to all my socials and the Patreon where we do daily Bleach episodes. But yeah, man, I need to go lie. Let's just get straight
Hey everyone,
into it.
Diavolo here, and in today's video, we're going over one of the most reckless and absolutely hyped moments so far from throughout the freaking goated story that is Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely love this fight. Like, I knew how to talk about this solely at some
Maki,
point.
Man.
The new characters that are revealed and then literally killed straight away, and of course the destruction that our girl Maki Zenin commits upon the whole Zenin clan is just pure insanity. Like, I don't even really need to say, but I think it's plainly obvious to me that people like Big Gege and Fujimoto are out here changing the entire perception of what a goated female shonen character can actually do. Instead of like an almost ditzy Sakura type character, we have these freaking ballsy chicks who love fighting and throwing hands just as much as the dudes around them. For some of these chicks like Maki, Yuki, and even Makima from Chainsaw Man surpassing almost every other dude around them and becoming an utterly terrifying force that hardly anyone could ever take down. Anyway, so firstly, I guess a little bit of context is vital in explaining the origin of this entire conflict here. Pretty much straight after Yuji, Megumi, and Choso finished the conversation they were having together about the current state of things, they head over to the #1 thumb himself, Master Tengen, who explains to everyone the rundown of the so-called culling game. After this extremely long explanation, which barely even touches the surface of what's currently going on, everyone ends up setting out on their own different paths. One of these individual paths just happens to be this journey of absolute pain and carnage that our girl Maki decides to take. But anyway, enough of that. Sit back and enjoy yourselves as we finally dive into the demise of the Zenin clan. I kind of like how that rhymed there. So in order to fulfill her role in helping with the culling game, Maki returns to a place where she's never felt welcome. As she enters the Zenin household to collect the curse tools, she is immediately greeted by the misogynistic Naoya. Seeing how scarred she is now, he taunts her as he believes all Maki had was her attractiveness. And now that it's gone, he asks if he should mercilessly bully her.
Look, should I bully you like I did in the past? That is crazy.
Like he used to in the past. He continues to throw abuse towards our girl. However, she just ignores his crude ass and heads on underground. After descending some of the stairs into the underground corridor, Maki finds her mother awaiting her there. She reminds her daughter that they cannot enter the warehouse, to which Maki, like the boss she is, nonchalantly holds up their keys while saying that Megumi is the new head of the clan and gave her permission. In a flashback, we find out that Maki was actually the person who revealed to Megumi that he had become the head of the clan. Heavily reluctant with the idea of being head, Megumi suggests that he let Maki take over for him instead, but she denies the option as she knows no one would accept her. She points out that he's inherited the Zenin clan's prized 10 Shadows technique and achieved its domain expansion. Megumi really didn't want to take the role as head and asked if things like acceptance mattered if she becomes the clan head. She would still get the resources, but Maki doesn't believe she's good enough to make this home a place where Mai belongs. Not yet. Once Maki said that about her sister, Megumi finally understood. In the present, as Maki cruises past her mother, she's suddenly screamed at by her to stop and instead come back. Maki's mother asks why her daughter is always like this and tells her to at least make her mother proud once for giving birth to her. However, Maki just completely ignores her pleas and continues on until she finds a door that seals the cursed warehouse. After using the key to unseal the chains holding their doors together, Maki finally enters. However, she's instantly shocked to see her father unexpectedly sitting inside of the room without a single curse tool in sight. Maki's father, who was another of the misogynistic lot, reveals that he anticipated Maki's move and emptied out all of the
How is her father misogynistic as well, bro? Okay, bro.
curse tools beforehand. he stands up and reveals Mai's injured body behind him. Mai, seeing Maki there for the first time, calls her an idiot for coming, which is really random when you put it in that context. Meanwhile, Junichi meets with Naoya to fill him in on the circumstances. It's explained there through them that it's been deemed a crime to unseal Satoru Gojo, so the Zenin clan is going to execute Megami, Maki, and Mai as rebels plotting to do so. Naoya is amused by the plan, and while killing his own daughters will boost Ogi's credibility, Naoya wonders if he is actually okay with the idea. To which, as the battle begins between father and daughter, Junichi reveals to Naoya that this plan was originally Ogi's idea. Which just goes to show like how fucked up the Zenin clan is and how old all of their thoughts are. Like, look at the house, the woman, the men, the clothes, like literally everything. It's time to move forward, Zenin clan. You guys just do not get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually love it because that's the whole point of the sect in a way, to make you hate the group while still wanting to know more about all of them. Especially Naoya, that dude is just written absolutely perfectly. Back as the battle starts off, Ogi activates his Falling Blossom emotion. He explains that he kept Mai alive as a bargaining chip in case Maki arrived with any unknown curse tools that caused an emergency situation. Maki wields Juzo's masterpiece, the goated curse tool, Dragon Bone. Its effect or ability, I guess, is that after accumulating cursed energy, the user can eject it out the back of the blade to increase its cutting power. Maki plans to take advantage of Ogi's ignorance and bait entering a single strike duel while actually intending to hit back multiple times. Just before ending the standoff, Ogi asks why Maki thinks Naobito was chosen over him as head of the clan. Maki asks if it's because he's a terrible person, willing to kill his own children, which instantly prompts Ogi to start the fight. As Ogi darts forward, she blocks his first slash and follows up with an attack of her own, utilizing the momentum granted by cursed energy shooting out the back of the blade. Ogi tries to parry but quickly notices his katana blade is actually broken, allowing Maki to get behind him and go for the finishing blow. However, with some unrealistically fast timing from an old timer, Ogi quickly spins around and counters with his blazing curse technique, momentarily solidifying his blade before he cuts Maki down. Maki's already busted eye is again hit and cut open along with her lower abdomen, which was sliced through from the attack. Left with deathly injuries, Maki doesn't understand what happened until she realizes that Ogi's blade has been replaced by the flames of his cursed energy. As she falls defeated, Ogi sheds a tear and reveals he couldn't become head of the clan because his children are indeed worthless. Man, like I said, I hate the Zenin family's ideology and like Jujutsu in general. Like, if you wanted your kids to improve, you would teach them techniques and not treat them like absolute arse all the time. It's not Maki who's the failure in this like situation, Mr. Ogi-san. It was your failure as a parent to teach your children correctly and guide them. And now, it is time to pay the consequences. As Ogi drags his twin daughters' bleeding bodies down a corridor, leaving a trail of their blood behind him, he explains why Maki lost. He says that she stepped in close and treated her opponent like a swordsman and not a sorcerer. He repeats that he did not become head of the clan because of the quality of his children. Naobito's projection sorcery technique doesn't have much of a history outside of passing it down to Naoya, so this was not a determining factor in the choice. The only difference between them was how strong their children turned out to be. Ogi states that children must not hold back their parents and tosses his daughter down a flight of stairs like the trash he thinks they are into an empty, large room. He explains this area is for training and discipline. A plethora of cursed spirits are kept there that will eat the twins as soon as Ogi leaves. He mocks Maki and claims her heavenly restriction is nothing compared to other sorcerers who trained and reinforced their muscles with cursed energy every single day for years on end. Her father then turns his back on his daughters and says farewell to the stains of his life one final time. Before the curses move in, Mai is able to sit up and puts Maki's head on her lap. As she feels Maki's heart beating, she notes how tough her twin truly is. Okay, I used to hate Mai, but like really in this moment right here, it fully changed my total outlook on her. I always thought that she was just another of the Zenin household, content with the way things are, and that's why she was always a bitch towards Maki. But right now, we find out that Mai suspected that this would happen someday and is ready to do what is necessary to save her sister. She opens Maki's mouth and says, "This sucks," before breathing the life back into her. Suddenly, Maki awakens somewhere on a beach as if she's been rescued from drowning. Which is so cute. Literally, like, she breathed the air back into her after drowning in the crap from her family. Like, it's such a great analogy right here from Gege. She's laying next to Mai, who explains that she's going to use a construction technique to make something, but will then die from the strain due to the injury she's already sustained. Mai gets up from the sand and walks into the water while saying goodbye and wishing her twin good luck in life. This greatly confuses Maki, who gets up and begs her sister to come back. Mai explains that she knew for a while that twins are a bad omen for sorcerers. To gain, one must give. However, that rule doesn't always apply to twins because cursed energy treats them as one singular entity. Even if Maki wants to get stronger, she can't because Mai doesn't. So as sad and as messed up as it is, as long as Mai is around, Maki can never fully develop. In an attempt to get her sister to stop, Maki tells her that she understands, but she still doesn't want to lose her sister and runs after her, asking for her to come home again. Mai extends her hand to Maki, telling her that she is only going to leave her one thing, so make sure to throw the rest away. Mai will take away all of their cursed energy when she dies, so in return, she asks Maki to promise her just one thing: destroy everything. Maki takes a small reed from her sister's hand and reflects on the time they were happy as children. In the next moment, hell itself has returned as Maki awakens in reality, noticing that she's holding a sword handle instead of a reed. In a moment of beauty, she's being protected by her sister, who is tragically toppled over her with no more life left in her body. Overwhelmed by emotion, Maki cries out and tells Mai to wake up while a bunch of cursed spirits rush up behind her. Skipping over to the old man as he walks away, he notices something that just doesn't feel right and turns around to see what's up. Suddenly, all of the cursed spirits are exorcised instantaneously, confusing Ogi as their presences just vanish for him. Okay, like, remember, our girl is now outputting zero, nada, none, literally no cursed energy at all in her stuff. It's just them pure gains. Time to see what really pays off. Physical strength through training your entire life, or cursed strength, Ogi. Ogi readies his katana and sees Maki strolling through the shadows of the doorway before she gently places Mai's body down. Ogi's body begins to tremble with fear as he knows his mind has tried its best to forget this feeling. Maki emerges from these shadows and instantly reminds him of no one other than the demon warrior who possessed no cursed energy, the breaker of fate himself, Toji Zenin. Struck with a jolt of fear, Ogi immediately activates his curse technique, blazing courage, coating his katana's broken blade in scorching flames that blaze a circle around him. With his scorching blade pointed at Maki, Ogi threatens to burn his worthless child to the bone in a fight to the death. However, before he could even finish talking, Maki, like the freaking beast she's always been, effortlessly decapitates his head while walking past him. In fact, I don't even know how much of a specific buff this was. Like, we have to get big old broken Ronin on it or something. But this slash was so damn fast that Ogi never even saw it coming. Maki stops behind her father's defeated corpse as it falls to the ground. She looks at the last gift Mai gave her. Then, ready to keep her promise, grips the curse tool in her hand and tells Mai it's time to get started. Time to start the absolute destruction that is about to happen. Like, oh, I can't wait. Ding, 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 ding. Literally, like, as an alarm bell sounds out, notifying the Zenin clan, Junichi and Naoya leave their meeting room and go into a hallway. Young Ranta Zenin finds them and tells Junichi that Maki has gone mad and actually killed Ogi, which leaves the others completely surprised. So, since the Zenin clan is like just freaking massive, they have a variety of different groups, consisting of people with varying skill levels. One of these is the 50-man Kukuru unit that gets dispatched to apprehend Maki. Following in the pussy-ass way of every Zenin male, this captain, Nobuaki Zenin, tells his men that she must have killed Ogi in his sleep or in the bathroom, obviously severely underestimating her strength. This Kukuru unit is made up of Zenin men who do not manifest an innate technique, but are still able to use cursed energy. They end up fighting Maki in the cursed spirit room and surround her with at least 20 men from the unit. Standing there alone, looking like the complete hellhound with the dragon bone in one hand and Mai's creation in the other, Maki can only think about her sister. She wonders what her plan was and if she should really have given up on becoming a sorcerer alongside Mai. She figures that that might have been the right answer all along and apologizes to her sister for putting her through all of the pain that she did. From around her, the 20 Kukuru unit fighters all attack while Maki remembers Mai's final request: destroy everything. Maki opens her eyes just as one of the men attempts to slash her. Instantly, and on some freaking Matrix level shit, she avoids the blade and cuts off both of the man's hands in one forward motion, then vaults over his back and cuts down several of his allies before finally beheading the foe below her. Despite their numbers, the Kukuru unit is frankly nothing compared to the now unrestricted Maki, who effortlessly kills one
Bro, she's beheading them and stabbing them in the back. Absolutely shitting
after another in successively brutal fashion. Oh my lord, I love this fight. Like, the look on everyone's freaking face as she's just annihilating them is perfect. This absolute egg, Nobuaki, arrives back, somehow expecting Maki to actually have been finished off already. Yet, as he strolls in, he's unpleasantly surprised to see that all of his men have been turned into bloody corpses by an unscathed Maki. Suddenly, our new beloved icon of female strength notices a surge of curse energy nearby, coming from Chojuro Zenin. Instantly, she's tossed flying up into the air by a pair of gigantic stone hands that then attempt to smash her while she's falling back down to earth. Nobuaki recognizes this attack as Chojuro's curse technique and notes that the Hei have now arrived. Which, by the way, is a group made up of only the strongest, comprised of everyone in the family with a semi-grade 1 or higher ranking. So now the proper fight begins. The stone hands aren't enough to hold Maki as she tears her way back out. Nobuaki and Chojuro attempt to stop her, but she jams her hands into their throats at blinding speed, literally killing them both before they could even react. Ranta, watching this, uses his paralyzing technique to try and hold Maki in place while yelling for Junichi to hurry up and finish her off. While Junichi sprints in to kill her, Maki fights back and forcibly breaks out of Ranta's technique. This literally sends his technique back at him or something similar to that, inflicting a horrendous amount of damage to his face. Still, despite bleeding profusely, Ranta makes sure to tell Junichi that Maki has indeed become just like Toji. However, unlike Toji, who never decided to destroy the entire clan on a whim, Maki will do that if she is not killed here and now. Junichi attacks Maki and launches a huge number of cursed energy propelled fists raining down from the sky at her. This pummels everything in the immediate area, which causes Ranta to believe they actually succeeded at his final moments. Ranta then collapses on his knees while they smile, thinking they won, and succumbs to the previous strain of his injuries. While Maki, the complete and utter god, walks out of the dust and smoke with Junichi's head hanging from her fist. Finally, the misogynistic Naoya Zenin.
Oh, nah. Oh, nah, bro. Look at her, bro.
The dust and smoke with Junichi's head hanging from her fist. Finally, the misogynistic Naoya Zenin, who secondly, under being an absolute hoe as the head of the Hei Squad, confronts Maki via a small, traditional Japanese-style bridge that extends over a nice pond. Standing there, he of all people calls Maki cruel and asks if she even has a human heart. To which Maki, with a cold and callous face, replies no, as her heart has already been taken from her. Skipping into a flashback during Naoya's childhood, we find that he had always been wrapped in cotton wool and constantly praised by his family members. He was recognized as a genius, and many always believed he would grow into the head of the clan after Naobito. Love how Megami just showed up on the block out of nowhere and messed up that entire plan for him. Anyways. Naoya heard of a black sheep in the clan who didn't have any cursed energy and went to see how pitiful that person was. However, after seeing him, Naoya was physically shaken upon seeing Toji's cold yet unconcerned eyes. Back in reality now, Naoya initiates the fight, quickly sending a series of rapid punches towards her. However, Maki is able to parry the majority of them, while trying to count the number of movements in that singular moment. Sadly, while she's big-braining his technique, Naoya interrupts it and grabs her, causing her to be frozen inside a frame. Then using the extreme velocity his technique provides, Naoya kicks Maki through several stone structures surrounding the area. Naoya, standing there, thinking he is the top G, is adamant to himself that Maki is not Toji, regardless of a new boost in power. Yeah, she ain't even at the same power level yet, bro. She just unlocked the full extent of her heavenly restriction. Like, Goku wasn't all of a sudden Super Saiyan 3 when he unlocked Super Saiyan 1. Like, it's not how it works. You still got to train and build time, you know. Anyways, Naoya thinks that the sin of insignificant people is their ignorance of strength. Everyone misjudged Toji because of his lack of cursed energy, and Naoya doesn't believe anyone other than Gojo truly understood who he actually was. Using his curse technique, Naoya continually builds up momentum and overwhelms Maki with one high-speed move after another. Being a massive Toji and Gojo fanboy, Naoya desires to prove that he is the only one who will stand with them as one of the strongest, not Maki. Even with her improved abilities, Maki is starting to get hurt by Naoya's attacks and struggles to keep up, admitting that this situation is getting bad. For Naoya, unlike in his fight with Choso, he won't stop building up speed this time. He understands that strength equals weight and speed, and plans to pierce Maki at max velocity, having already gone supersonic. Maki gained a steel body that is broken away from cursed energy in exchange for Mai's life. She welcomes a head-on collision and takes the stance of the Shiranui Gata, which, for all of my Japanese lovers out there, is a specific form that sumo wrestlers take. Maki attempts to take on the brunt of Naoya's supersonic speed in order to stop his movements, even if it means sacrificing a few ribs. Appearing to see through Maki's defensive strategy, Naoya tags her with his palm. In doing so, it forces Maki to follow the 24 frames per second rule of projection sorcery. Failure to do so means being frozen inside a frame for 1 second, like what just happened with her previously when she was kicked across the yard. Still moving at top speed and seeing his adversary as nothing more than an imposter, Naoya believes Maki is frozen and prepares to finish her off. However, Maki actually isn't even fazed by his technique, and is even obeying the specific 24 frame rule of it. Now being able to move fast enough, Maki turns around and counterattacks, intercepting Naoya's path with her fist. Naoya attempts to call Maki a fake, but before he finishes, she smashes his face into the ground with a monstrous punch that ends the fight and deforms Naoya's skull. Now acting like the absolute boss she is, she looks down on her pathetic, bloody cousin and asks him to repeat that. So I guess all of the action in regards to the Zenin clan mutilation ends there, but we still have just one more massive moment I probably should chuck in here for all of you guys, because oh my lord, it wraps everything up just perfectly. Having left the battlefield now, Maki finds her mother in a kitchen area. Like, of course, like, where else would she be in a Zenin household? It's just so freaking sexist of them. Maki's mother tells her to stay back, but Maki wants to know why she screamed at her to come back earlier in the corridor. Too distraught to even recall what happened only moments prior, Maki's mother can only ask what Maki is talking about. Dissatisfied, Maki approaches her mother, who yells out in panic several times before her blood is splattered on the wall. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this does confuse me a slight bit. I think Mumsy turned the blade on herself right here, but honestly, let me know what you guys think down below. I really don't think Maki actually sliced up her mum. Outside, throughout and around the estate, the Hei and the Kukuru squads have been completely decimated, with their corpses lining the area. Somehow, like the cockroach he is, Naoya, heavily injured but still somehow barely alive, walks around, pouring blood from his face until he finally collapses through a door onto the ground inside. He mocks Maki for not ending him and leaving him like this, when out of freaking nowhere, Maki's mother walks up behind him with her throat already slit and bleeding, so she's definitely approaching death for sure, but still somehow holding a kitchen knife, typical Zenin estate like thing. Naoya, who's currently too pitiful to even protect himself, then is probably the woman he hated the most, the mother of Maki and Mai, stab him through the back with a goddamn kitchen knife. Which, by the way, is something that this dickhead said should happen to any female who is weaker than any man. So, like, oh my god, Giga, you gotta chill out with them sneaky little, like, foreshadowings here and there. Naoya calls her a piece of trash, but either way, ends up dying a pitiful death, with a woman laying on top of him, unable to do anything about it. On top, and fading away, the girl's mother admits that she really was glad to have given birth to 2 amazing girls. What a freaking battle. Well, not really a battle. It was more of an obliteration of like a neurodivergent group of people. But still, it was pure fire seeing Maki pop off like this and murk her entire clan. I don't know all of the Zenins, but I think it's only Megami and Maki now that are like considered a part of that clan. Also, I just love how like this non-ditzy or childlike female lead character buzz JJK has going on at the moment. Like we've got the big titty goth waifu with Mei Mei, salary woman Miwa, what kind of chicks you into Yuki, Nobara the carpenter, Momo the like wizard witch or whatever, Shoko the doctor, Maki is like literally the re-embodiment of Toji, and Mai literally had a construction ability. Construction, it's crazy. I don't know. All of them are just like brilliant female characters that just seem to have what feels like a personality to them more than other shows. And this doesn't just apply to the female characters in Jujutsu Kaisen, of course. It's literally anyone, and it's what makes the story, the world, pretty much anything to do with it so damn enjoyable. So that officially brings us to the very end of what is Maki's massacre of her entire family. Obviously, if you guys have enjoyed this video and want to see more stuff, but will be message me and all that kind of...
That was actually insane, bro. Like, that was actually insane. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, Maki is crazy. Walks out with that guy's head like a badass. You know what I'm saying? Kills her father. Her mother, I don't think... Yeah, I don't think she sliced her mother. I don't think so. She probably did that shit herself, but I'm glad to know that her mother at least was actually proud of giving birth to them. Maybe she just didn't let it be known. Otherwise, she'd be, you know, probably killed or something. But, man, that was crazy. Maki's a badass. Definitely. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. KZ fam, stay positive, stay healthy, and most definitely keep that strong mentality, man. Out.